To my left is Pat Noaker, N-O-A-K-E-R, a lawyer working with us and with our firm here. To my right is a courageous survivor and a survivor advocate by the name of Pat Marker, M-A-R-K-E-R, from Seattle, Washington. And Pat Marker has become an outspoken advocate for the protection of children and is the founder of the website BehindThePineCurtain.com. BehindThePineCurtain.com. Also present, but not at the podium at the moment, is the survivor that is identified in this lawsuit. He is now 40 years old, but he and his brother were sexually abused repeatedly by this monk as an early teen. And in North Carolina, while the monk was in Hispanic ministry there and the director of Hispanic ministry in North Carolina. We know that 3 of the youth in Puerto Rico are Hispanic and Spanish speaking. And so today we have a Spanish speaker with us, Annie, come forward. And I'd like to say a few words to the Spanish speakers. I'd like to say first to any youth who are now adults or kids today, if you've been abused, you can come forward and get help.
Hay unas jóvenes que son jóvenes ahora o son adultos, es posible obtener ayuda.
I would like to say that if you have been abused by this priest, this monk, Francisco Schulte, you should report this to law enforcement or to us, and we will help you.
Si sufría de abuso de ese hombre, es posible reportar ese a la policía o la oficina y obtener ayuda.
You should also know that you can report the abuse without people in your community having to know the identity or your identity.
También es posible reportar abuso sin la identificación de su propio en la comunidad y que nadie va a saber su identificación.
And we do understand how hard it is to tell that a priest, a monk, a trusted person has hurt you or abused you. But if you do, there is help.
Sabemos que es muy difícil reportar que alguien que tiene su confianza se abusó, pero es posible obtener ayuda.
And to all you Spanish speakers out there who have been abused by priests or authority figures, we encourage you and applaud you for breaking the silence and reporting it to whomever you can to get help.
Por todos los hispanohablantes que sufrían de abuso, dan las gracias por su vigilante, por reportar los abusos y obtienen ayuda.
And one last comment I want to make, and it is really echoing the amount of sadness and disappointment that we share today, not only for what has happened to the kids for whom we speak here today in this lawsuit, and the many others who have been abused by the monk behind us, Francisco Schulte, but really the sadness about the sense of betrayal felt by the many survivors with whom we worked in 2002 to reach a settlement in which promises were made that they would do better, set up an external review board in which we participated. And I personally at that time hailed St. John's for that effort. And I personally feel deeply disappointed that we're here today talking about the same thing in 2010 that we thought they had addressed and began to address in 2002. I gave them credit then. I wish I could today. And I wish I didn't have to be here with these courageous survivors and this courageous advocate here today addressing this problem, which is their problem, which is our problem because they're not doing what needs to be done to protect the kids. Any questions?